Hey, hi everyone. So in this video, we are going to see about auto commit and manual commit. Till now, we have seen a lot of things in Kafka. If you are interested in learning Kafka, you can watch the playlist. So in the previous video, we have left in this position. Well, let's suppose inside Kafka, we have a partition 0 and we have offset. So basically, Kafka sends this event to the consumer, and consumer at its own will, whenever it wants to commit, it will commit it. Let's suppose last committed offset is 0, which will be stored in Kafka. It means that last processed or last committed offset was 0. So the next time Kafka will start processing from uh, offset 1. Okay, but now the problem was when it should commit. So there are multiple ways, like consumer, let's suppose it received the event and suddenly it committed. And but what if once it committed at the beginning, the consumer crashed? So receive, reserve inventory, update database, send email, all will fail. Now, second is consumer received the order and everything was done and it wants to commit at the last. But after all the process are done, before committing, the consumer crashed. So both are having different problems. Okay, either you can't commit at starting, either you can't commit at end, because no one can give you a bulletproof thingy. Okay, so that's why there are two types of commit that we are going to introduce. Okay, so first one is auto commit. So auto commit is like by default Kafka automatically commits offset periodically. Imagine every few 5 seconds Kafka doesn't know whether your business logic completed or no. It simply commits whatever records have been returned to the consumer, and this is also called as enable.auto commit. Auto.commit is equals to true. This is convenient but dangerous, okay, because Kafka may commit before your business logic actually finishes. So it can commit at any point. Okay, so let's suppose consumer received a event, auto commit happened and crashed, but business logic never executed. So it can lead to a problem like offset 10 has already been processed. Okay, because you Kafka from the consumer end got a commit, so Kafka will think that okay, it has been already processed. Okay, because consumer is committing to Kafka at this point, but business logic was never executed. Okay, then we come to manual commit. Instead you disable auto commit, you like enable dot auto dot commit is equals to false, and now your code decide when you have to commit. Okay, you can commit at any point. Okay, so mostly you do polling, then you process business logic, and then you do commit offset. So now we are seeing that only after my database update, or only after my API call, or only after my inventory reservation commit the offset. Okay, this is much safer, I guess. Okay, but again, there is also a problem here. Let's suppose you receive the event, you process business logic, and before committing, the crash happened. So Kafka will think that, okay, it has never committed. It means that offset 10 was never processed. Okay, so this is a problem here. Okay, sorry. This is the problem here. So we are dealing with two different problems. First is Kafka will think that offset 10 has been already processed and it will never send it. But here offset 10 was, it will think that offset 10 was never processed and it will send it again. So what do you think? Pause this video for some time and think which one is better. Okay, definitely almost every production system prefers manual commit because duplicates can be easily be handled, but lost business events are much harder to recover from, because on the left side in auto commit you can definitely lose the event, business events, but in manual commit maybe there can be duplicacy which can be handled. So okay, imagine a payment received event. Would you rather option 1, process it twice, or you can detect duplicates using order ID or payment ID, or option B, never process it, consumer paid, order never ships? Most company, or definitely everyone, will choose option A. It's a no-brainer thing, because you can detect duplicates, you don't want to lose some event. Okay, so is manual commit perfect? No, definitely no, because but it guarantees at least once delivery. Okay, meaning every event will be processed at least once. It might be once, twice, 3 times. It's rarely, but never 0 times. Okay, so then you will think, but in case of manual commit, there can be duplicacy. That's the next thing. Like Then how do companies solve duplicate processing? Uh, they make consumer idempotent. Okay, for example, for event payment received, let's suppose order 123, before processing they will check with some SQL queries like select all from payments where order ID is equals to 123. So they will know, like, if already it is processed, they will ignore it, else process and save it. So now even if Kafka delivers the same message twice, like payment received order 123 and 123, only the first execution changes the business state. So the second one becomes a no op. Okay. So Kafka guarantees at least once delivery. Your application or the consumer, means consumer is basically the application, should be idempotent. So that's it. Okay. So this is the difference between auto commit and manual commit, and definitely manual commit is much better because it handles at least once delivery. Okay. So that's it in this video. Till now, we have seen a lot of things in Kafka, but we haven't seen how Kafka stores the data, because the data is huge. So how it manages it. So in the next video, definitely we are going to see it. So till then, if you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. And if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up and access our playlist to learn more about Kafka. Till then, bye bye. Thank you. Have a great day.